Hey guys, it's Bobby Roastbeef here for the 10-second podcast. Yes, I'm not in the disco dungeon. I'm recording this actually in my living room right now. I just finished breakfast, doing the domestic stuff as we kick off 2025. But we have a great show for you. I hope you guys are ready for this. It's a real good one. This week, we have our first ever sort of grudge match between players right here. A couple of regular players that play on a team, and they went head to head with a couple of friends. So we got some new folks in here too. We're going to do a quick, simple heads up online game. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to love it. But on top of that, for the hosts that are listening, in the host corner this week, we're going to talk about those players that, either between rounds or at the end of the game, they always hit you with that irritating, hey, that question wasn't right because of this reason, or whatever the stupid question is. How do you handle that kind of stuff? And I want your feedback too when we get there. Leave a comment in this video if you've ever had to deal with somebody asking a stupid question, or have you been a player of mine and you're like, that question wasn't worded right, blah, 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 blah. You might learn something here too. And then in our talk shop, we're going to look over the entire week of good stuff going on with our exciting little week of trivia, a little week plus, really, because we're going to cover right before Christmas and then afterwards. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Don't go too far. Much more 10-second podcast coming up right after this.
10, 5,
'All righty, guys. Welcome back. With me, it's Bobby Roastbeef. It's officially 2025. And I don't know how you guys all feel about that, but I am not ready for this kind of shit. I'm just generally not. I have made a couple of resolutions. One that I always make every year is to drink more water. I've actually started like in November, doing much better with that. And actually, let me back up a little bit. I've actually kind of gotten quite the head start on this and being proactive as to getting some bottled water delivered right here to the house. So we've always got crisp, cold water ready to go. Our tap water here in Holyoke, especially since they changed the main, is meh at best. So I'm trying to save some coin from buying bottled water elsewhere and keep recycling these big bottles. Anyway, enough about that. The other thing that I'm doing this week, and I put it into practice last night at my event at Nathan Bill's, since I've made the change from drinking a beer or two at trivia to now exclusively drinking whiskey. Yeah, how about a round of applause for Bobby Roastbeef? And you know what? So far, I'm sticking to it great. It's fantastic. So expect trivia to get a little bit more exciting and maybe even in some cases a little bit more bizarre as we get moving forward. But we got a lot of really, really fantastic stuff to talk about. Let's go ahead and kick off our talk shop segment of the show. We're going to review our week plus of trivia this week. We'll see y'all. Okay, guys, back at it. It's been an interesting week, and I actually want to go back since before Christmas because there was an event that I had lined up, one of my public trivia events that I was really, really excited. I want to put a little bit of something special involved there. So I haven't done a music round, like promoting a music round in over almost a year. It's been a long time. And I wanted to kind of change that for brunch to kind of stoke the fires over there. And man, it worked. So if you remember, if you're one of my regular players, we had swapped a couple of dates at the end of November, the week of Thanksgiving, the Sunday following. We picked up that day instead of the December 8th date because there was a big charity event in Northampton going on, the Hot Chocolate Run, which is just, it's chaos. There's the parking is crazy. All the bars are full of people immediately after the run. So it was just not a good idea to have trivia that day. So if you're wondering why there was no trivia for brunch at the Toasted Owl, that's why. It was the Hot Chocolate Run. So we bumped that up to the Sunday before Thanksgiving, or the Sunday following Thanksgiving, rather. And that day was probably one of my most poorly attended events in a while. I will say the handful of teams that were there were awesome. And we had an amazing game. Actually, it was really neck and neck all the way through to the end. It got really kind of all came down to the bonus. So it was a lot of fun. We had ourselves a really good time, a lot of really good laughs too. And I wanted to do something to kick things off for the December 22nd event. And I wanted to include a music round, and I did. And what I had done was this little bit of inspiration came via Instagram, and it was an Instagram account called There I Ruined It. And what There I Ruined It does is they take audio, they take songs, and they basically will make a bizarro kind of mashup with different artists doing different songs, or and they'll use AI to make this happen. It's awesome. It's so good. But these are all songs that you know. So it's not like those AI channels where they're creating brand new songs that have funky lyrics that don't sound, you know what I mean? Like the one that I play at trivia when somebody gets a balderdash bonus, the It's Raining Bullshit Tonight. That's one of those AI songs. When it comes to There I Ruined It, they do something a little bit differently. And what they do is they'll take a song and they'll either change the genre entirely, or they'll go and make a mashup of these two artists that just make no sense. And it's awesome. It's so good. I've wanted to do one of these for a while, and I was able to put one together, just a simple 10-question round, but it was fantastic. I'm talking about like Kermit the Frog singing like grossly inappropriate songs, metal songs redone as doo-wop versions, things like that. And the questions weren't as cut and dry as they normally are for a music round, where I'll say to somebody, what's the name of this song, or who's the artist performing it, or even on a mashup, what are the two artists. So it varied a little bit, the questions, and it was a lot of fun. We had ourselves a really great time with it. The turnout was infinitely better. I mean, I think we more than tripled the teams who were in there. So we did much, much better this time around. And I am putting pressure on Toasted Owl to make a switch to go to a weekly brunch trivia, so that if we're going to do this, let's go all in, because I think that you players out there really want this to happen, but there seems to be this bizarre sort of confusion with like second and fourth. And like right out of the gate, we did a couple and then we made a date change for appropriate reasons, but like that screws things up, and it's not a good move. So I'm putting pressure on Toasted Owl to go to a weekly. I don't know how that's going to go. Fingers crossed. You can help me actually. Next time you're at trivia, tell the staff, especially if you're at brunch trivia, the next one. But even on Thursday nights when we're at Toasted Owl, tell the staff that you would attend if it was weekly. If I can get a little bit more support from the players, that might give Toasted Owl what they need to kind of say, like, all right, we're going to go all in. In fact, they might even put a push in to do more with the menu. So if you've got suggestions, let the staff know, because it goes uphill. It goes right up to management, and they're going to know exactly what's going on. So we'll see if we can make this kind of happen together. So that was the last game before Christmas. No, actually, I take that back. It wasn't. I had that evening at the Delaney house. Now let's talk about the Delaney house, folks. The Delaney house has been popping off lately. It really has. It wasn't long before it was suggested to me that I let everybody know that reservations are highly recommended, and it's been paying off. People have been having a great time. But now, we're still in this phase where I think they're starting to get the hang of like seating the players that want to play trivia closer to where I am versus putting them all over the place. I think we're going to get there. But it has been nuts. And we've been having a bunch of new teams at Delaney House too, which to me is the most exciting thing. Don't get me wrong. My regular trivia players that show up routinely and have their spots that they like to go to, they talk smack with ones another. I love that as well. But it's cyclical. I get that life happens. So sometimes we don't see teams for months at a time because somebody takes a job, or, the relationship stuff happens, things like that. Who knows? So they come and go. But these new teams are great to introduce this sort of bar style game show to a new audience. So it's been kind of blowing up over there. So it was just before Christmas, and then this last Sunday, it was another real busy one, and we had an absolute blast. In fact, I want to give a shout out. This last trivia night at Delaney House, I had something very, very cool that was kind of like full circle for me all the way around. When I started DJing, this is like 30 years ago in the 90s, I owned my own company, and my best friend and I, we had put together this little company. We worked in schools, and we did like school dances and like community events and things like that. And eventually we started to get into weddings. Well, when that partnership, my buddy moved away for school, we split all the gear and the music and everything, split everything up accordingly. And then I started working for another company. And that other company at the time was called Mark's Rolling Dance Review. They're now known as Mark's with an X. And Mark Ash is the owner of that company. And I have to give credit, a little bit of round of applause for Mark here, but I have to give credit to Mark for being such an amazing mentor. Really taught me how to run a wedding event, something that's a little bit more high profile. Got me into doing mitzvahs, got me into doing corporate stuff, and it was really, really fantastic. So I owe him a huge bit of gratitude for that. But he was at my trivia night, not to play trivia. He had no idea. In fact, he was there with his wife and a bunch of friends. They were having dinner right before the new year comes, kicks the door in. And I don't think he recognized me. It's been a long time. I have a lot more hair here and less up top from when I worked for Mark. And he and I, as soon as I did the first announcements, he heard my voice and he was like, "Holy shit, that's Rob. Oh my God." And so we caught up a little bit. This man's been in business 45 years and he's absolutely killing it. So congratulations. But it was really cool. Like, I trained with Mark in the business because I was like a wild horse. You know what I mean? I was just doing my own thing. I ran events the way that I wanted to. And he kind of honed that to a little bit more of a polished sort of, I guess, presentation, and I asked him, I was like, "If you want to play," I was like, "Here's some instructions." They were sort of playing around at their table. They didn't get connected. At the end of the event, the fact that they didn't leave being right under the speaker, like that's how close they were to me, I feel great about. The fact that they were at least that entertained and I wasn't that obnoxious right there. But at the end of the night, he was like, "Great job." He's like, that was a ton of fun. And so that was quite the pat on my back. So that was very, very cool. But yeah, Delaney House has just been popping off. So if you're looking for something great to do on a Sunday night, you want a really, really good meal, go out to Delaney House. Yeah, it's pricey, but you get what you pay for. That's the thing. So it's great on a Sunday evening too. We're 6 to 8 over there, not the regular 7 to 9 platform. But from what I'm hearing, this is going to be going on throughout the year. So this is fantastic. I'm very excited about that. Now, I want to talk about a couple of other shows that have been really interesting. First off, Casa de Lisa last Friday. This would have been, the Friday before New Year's. Now, we come back after Christmas. The February, or was it the show on the 26th? It was great at Toasted Owl. We had a great time over there. Turnout was pretty good. I was kind of surprised too, because we kind of right around the holidays can be tough. People travel, but we also have some folks that are in town only during the holidays. And when they come out and play, I think that's pretty sweet too, because I see them only a handful of times a year. We had a couple of teams in Northampton that were like that, and then Casa de Lisa, I did something really interesting. So I had gone, and I've mentioned before, and I've had conversations at Trivia, but I know I mentioned on the show before that I'm doing this Hampshire County versus Hampden County sort of battle, really, series to take the average score and sort of crown the county who is more clever or better performing when it comes to speed quizzing. And we're going to do this with a series of independent events that will happen eventually on a monthly basis. We're going to get things started, and I'm here to let you know Battle of the Tofu Curtain is going to be kicking off in February. We're going to kick it off in February with a great game. I would love to give you the date right now, but it's up between a couple because I have one church organization that is interesting, if you can believe it or not, in hiring your boy Bobby Roast Beef to entertain for one of their social events. So depending if they confirm or if they pick it up or pass, is going to depend on where that date is going to go, because that is a specific date I'm looking for. But I'll have information with that for you soon. Casa de Lisa comes into this because I did a full-on practice game at Casa de Lisa. We did a round that I haven't done in years. Like pre-pandemic was the last time I did one of these rounds. And it's called an observation round. And what we did was this. I used Casa de Lisa specifically because it's a smaller, more intimate room with one central live screen. So what we did is this: on the live screen, I played a video. Okay. It really doesn't matter what the video is. It really doesn't even matter if you know anything about the content of that video. That's not important. What's important is just watching the video for whatever details show up in there or are heard or appear on screen, like any text, things like that. All these different elements. You want to absorb as much of this as you can. Now, in this situation, the topic was the movie Wicked. So we played I think it's a 2.5 minute long trailer, is what we played. And then I did a 10 question keypad style round on what was shown on the screen and what was heard in that audio. So during that entire trailer, I quizzed everybody. You don't have to be an expert in Wicked or whatever the topic might be, but you watch this and these little bits of information that you can grab onto, you can pick up some points. And it was a blast. We had a great time with it. Now, the reason why I don't do this very often, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are thinking, oh, but Bobby, that sounds awesome. You should 100% be doing that. The reason why I don't do it so often is because the live screen situation in all of the regular establishments is so varied. Some places have one central live screen, but it's a small screen and it's obstructed by whole sections of the bar or restaurant. In other situations, we have multiple screens, but they might be a little temperamental in some of these situations. It might not necessarily function the right way. Your boy Bobby Royce roast beef might have no freaking idea what's going on with some of these AV systems in these bars or restaurants. So it's a bit challenging. The tofu curtain is a different animal. I'm in control of where the screens go, and we're going to be doing elevated projection. So there will be a large screen for folks to be able to see, or we will have multiple live screens peppered around the play area. So it's going to be a blast. I also did a fun little music round. I actually used that same music round from the brunch just to kind of have some fun with it. And then I did a multi-tap round. And the idea is I want to do more of this like specialized stuff for the tofu curtain. I want to give a lot of different elements. So the tofu curtain is more than likely not going to be a 3-round game. It will probably be a 4-round game or maybe even a 5-round game, and they'll be shorter rounds. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be exciting. There's going to be a lot more bonus opportunities. And hopefully, and this is what I'm working on right now, the prizes. Now, for the one in February, I got some good stuff already in the queue, ready to go for you. And I think you're going to like it. Some high value stuff. So for the first one, I think we're going to come out a little bit heavier, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, so yeah, be on the lookout for a date to drop for the Battle of the Tofu Curtain series. The first date will be in February, and when it drops, I will have a link so you'll be able to get your tickets. And we'll talk about the ticketing in another episode, how it's going to work. There are going to be 2 tickets that you can choose from, one for the Hampden County or one for the Hampshire County team. And your team needs to pick those tickets. Don't worry, if you pick the wrong one or something like that, we can fix it day of. But this gives me a little bit of an insight as to how many people from which county are coming out to play. And the county score will be at an average, but we're going to dive into all the ins and outs in that as we get closer. So there is that. And then I want to talk about last night's game. First game of 2025, man. New Year's Day can be touch and go. It can be kind of tricky. Lots of people have this idea that, oh, my favorite bar isn't open on New Year's Day. It's a holiday. Or they've gone out and maybe they pushed it a little bit too far and had to drive from New Jersey back up to Mass, hungover as hell. Something like that. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just throwing examples out there. New Year's Eve can be difficult on a lot of folks. New Year's Day is usually seen as like a time to relax. People just kind of kick their feet up and, take in the new year and think about what they're doing with their lives. That's, a lot of resolutions are being made and figured out and all that stuff. And it's tough to pull people out of their homes when they're like nursing themselves back to health after New Year's Eve. You freaking animals. You know who I'm talking about. My New Year's Eve games were fantastic. East Village Tavern was amazing, and it was mobbed. It was packed, way more packed than I had anticipated being. My party afterwards over at Agawam Bowl was amazing. We had a great time, and all brand new teams playing trivia there, with the exception of Rabbit Hands and Brotatoes. They were the only two. All the other teams that had connected were brand new, which is always a blast. But New Year's Day proved to be a challenge, but we still managed to get, I think, 11 or 12 teams to come out on New Year's Day and have an amazing game. A rarity happened. We had Modus from Horny Leprechauns playing as Lone Ranger. He came out to Springfield to get a little, get a little dust off, and he had a great game. Did not do as well as I expected him to. It was kind of a wild game. It was a little bit of an adventure. And we did a fun little round where I used some movie posters that were all released in 2024. Some of these were from like other releases from other countries, so you might not necessarily be able to read the text on the poster. Other ones had the text right on there. And so what I did was I would show reveal, where a piece of the image would appear in sequence at random. And once you figured out what it was, you could just tap your screen to buzz in. Worked great. We had ourselves one hell of a time. We had a sub bartender in for our regular bartender, Sam. Delaney was there, and I said, you know what, since you're here, let's just have some fun, and whatever you want to do for a drink, that's what we're going to do. And she made something horrific. It involved a little bit of everything. I mean, she was running around the bar like, we'll put a little bit of this, we'll put a little bit of that. Unbelievably complex. The game was won on the 50-point nearest wins bonus. In fact, a team that I haven't seen in forever, Local Mafia, made it out that day. So that was really cool. It was a good time. We had an awesome one. 2025 is off to an amazing start. And like I said, I am doing my part to keep my resolutions. You guys should as well. And we'll see you guys at another speed quizzing event coming up soon. Remember, you can check out BobbyRoastBeef.com for the entire schedule, which I just finally updated with a bunch of different changes. And now that the holidays are done, and we had some time changes like for New Year's Eve at East Village, and made an adjustment there. But everything is all set on the website, BobbyRoastBeef.com. Just go to the appearances tab, and you can check out my entire schedule right there. And then, of course, stay in touch with me on Instagram or on Facebook. Follow me there, because any last minute changes or adjustments, you're going to hear about that stuff on my social media. So we got that going on. Good stuff all around. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go ahead. We're going to shift gears. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's just go and shift gears and go right over to our little trivia battle, heads up trivia battle. We've got Lindsey and Kathryn. You may have played with them before at Rumbleseat as the team Two Girls, One Cuck. And I had a conversation with them online, and they were down to do this. They have a few of their friends over, and we have a great time. Let's go check it out right after this.
Are you tired of the same old boring trivia nights? Looking for something more exciting, more interactive, and more fun? Look no further, because we've got the ultimate trivia experience for you.
Hey everybody, I'm Bobby Roastbeef, your host with the most trivia knowledge and the zaniest sense of humor. Welcome to Speed Quizzing Smartphone Trivia, where the competition is fierce and the laughs are plenty.
That's right, folks. Speed Quizzing with Bobby Roastbeef is not your average trivia night. It's a live-action game show extravaganza happening in some of the hottest bars and restaurants around the Pioneer Valley.
We've got everything you need for a night of non-stop entertainment. Challenging trivia questions, hilarious banter, and awesome prizes waiting for you to win. So grab your friends, grab a drink, and get ready to show off your smarts in style.
Curious to know where and when you can catch Bobby Roastbeef in action? Head over to BobbyRoastBeef.com for the full schedule of speed quizzing events. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook for all the latest updates and behind-the-scenes shenanigans.
So, what are you waiting for? Join the party, test your knowledge, and let's have a trivia-tastic time together. Speed Quizzing Smartphone Trivia, hosted by yours truly, Bobby Roastbeef. The fun starts here.
Speed Quizzing Smartphone Trivia, the game show experience you've been waiting for. See you there.
Hey guys, Bobby Roast Beef here. I've got something new for the 10-second podcast. I have a fun little game with a couple of trivia regulars from back when I was over at Rumbleseat, and I think they played with me a couple of the times. We're going to go ahead and welcome them in. Excuse the little icon here. We've got Lindsey and Kathryn with us. How are you guys doing?
Just great.
Just great. Now, you guys have a little posse at your location right now. We've got 5 teams playing here. Why don't you introduce your friends and let me know which team name goes with which friend?
Oh, sure. Here, we'll start with my boyfriend, Jeremiah. Jeremiah,
Perfect.
What's your team name?
Dixie Normus.
Dixie Normus. Okay. Welcome to the game, Dixie Normus.
Yep, that's great.
That's humble, right, by the way.
So humble. Yep. There's so many thoughts that I have.
Sure.
Anyways, so next would be my boss.
Your
this
boss.
is my boss, Sarah.
Sarah.
So she's Swamp Sarah, if you could tell.
Swamp Sarah, welcome to the game. We're going to have some fun.
Right. And then we have Sarah's husband as well, Corey. Corey, what's your team name?
Hang Dangle.
Hang Dangle with the creativity. I appreciate that.
And that's it. That's our people.
I love that. Now you are Swamp Ass, right, Kathryn?
Yes.
And
I am Swamp Ass.
And Swamp Tits is Lindsey. Now you guys have been playing with me for a little while over at Rumbleseat, off and on for a while, and you guys played as a team with one of the most interesting team names ever, and you've logged in with it as your display right here. You're 2 girls, 1 cuck originally, but the cuck is no more.
Yeah, the Cuck, he's dead to us.
The Cuck is...
No, I'm just kidding, because he's going to definitely listen to this, and we've made amends. We still love him. But, yeah, our Cuck is gone. He's
That's
no more.
good. And for those that are at home listening to the show or watching it on YouTube and wondering exactly what the fuck is a cuck? Let Bobby Roast Beef, I'll give you the definition. Google says that a cuck in the U.S. is a weak or servile man, often used as a contemptuous term for a man with moderate or progressive political views. We act like a bunch of cucks who let them take what they want. Or the second one, a verb, is a man whose wife is sexually unfaithful. A cuckold.
Yeah, it was that one.
That's what I figured. I could read him like a book, and I knew exactly where you were going with that one, so that was a piece of cake. So I hope you guys are ready to play. We're going to have ourselves a good one. I'm going to put the live screen up here so that you guys can see this on the feed. Let's go ahead and get it started, guys. Round number 1 starts right now. All right, we're going to start with a picture question, okay? This is pretty easy. You guys will see the picture on your device. Tap the picture to get back to the keypad and give me your first letter answer, all right? So the question is this. Pictured right here is a plant. It's called the Monstera deliciosa. Due to the holes in its leaves, its common name is the Swiss what plant? The Swiss what plant?
That's what you get.
Oh shit, indeed, Swamp Tits.
That's what you get, Swamp Tits.
Swamp Tits.
We always talk about this. Wait till he finishes the question.
Because Bobby Roast Beef is a mess when it comes to that. There are 3 correct answers here. The correct answer is cheese. C for cheese.
What else would it be?
What else would it be? The fastest correct answer in the bonus here, though.
Swamp Ass. Me.
I'm not going to make any kind of judgment call too early. I'm going to wait until things are happening. All right, so we have 4 points for Hang Dangle and Swamp Sarah, 5 points to Swamp Ass. But we have a 5-point spread on the board officially here. Question number 2 is a pop culture question. This could be a really good one for you guys. I don't know what your take on, if any of you are big movie buffs, but in 2023, there's a movie called Elemental. Claude from that movie is a human-like version of which of the 4 classical elements? A, fire, B, water, C, earth, or D, air? In the 2023 movie Elemental,
Did you get it?
Claude is a human-like version of which of the 4 classical elements? Let's see what we got. One team got it right. The correct answer is C. It's Earth.
Sarah!
It's Earth. Swamp Sarah with the fast fingers. Nice job, Swamp Sarah. Excellent.
You were fucking crazy for that one.
Question.
She said they're both E's, so must be right.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Next question. Banana is a harbor city in which country? Is it A?
Banana.
Yeah, Banana. A harbor city in which country? A, Brazil, B, Indonesia, C, Colombia, or D, the Democratic Republic of Congo?
10,
In which country is Banana a harbor city? I like this. I like this. One of you? Yeah, one of you got it right, D. It's Democratic Republic of Congo.
damn it.
Nice job. God damn it, indeed. The fastest fingers there.
Me.
I
That's what I've got in this chair right now, babe.
I just
Want
feel that the next time I see you guys at a trivia event, you're going to be sitting at separate tables. I feel the way that this is going, it might
We
end
don't
up
have enough
that way.
friends for that.
We don't have enough friends for that. That's fantastic.
Be at the same table.
Next question is another multiple choice. And this one has to do with textiles. Harris tweed is made using which material? Is it A, cloth, B, rubber, C, wool, or D, denim? Harris tweed is made using which material?
5,
They have come.
because you looked at yours.
Sarah's fucking cheating.
Oh my
I
God,
can't
we have a
believe
full
fucking
house
full
here.
house.
Everybody got it right. Nice, 5 of you got it right. The correct answer is C. It's wool, but the real fighting comes from the speed bonus. It's wool. The fastest fingers there in the bonus.
It's the old hang dangle right there. Hang dangle.
I wish I had those sound effects at trivia. I would. It would be a bad thing, to tell you the truth. 5 points there for hang dangle. 4 points for all of our other teams.
Oh, I thought you were quicker.
Nice job. Now, next question.
No, hang dangles, quick.
Category here is sports. Picture question. Take a look at the picture right here.
So the rugby player.
In which sport might a player use this tool? In which sport might a player use this tool?
It's a great question.
Sarah, I swear to fucking God, did you just cheat on me again? I can't pick my phone up because we need to hear Bobby roast beef. I'm gonna beat your ass. Stop it.
3 of you got it right. It's golf.
You bitch.
It's apparently used to repair the green after your balls have landed on it multiple times. The fastest fingers there in the bonus.
Golf. He loves golf more than me, Corey.
Swamp ass, baby.
Yeah, see?
Swamp ass right there. 5 points. 4 points there for Swamp Sarah and Swamp Tits. You guys are absolutely doing great. We've done a few questions now. Specifically, Kathryn and Lindsey. Do you guys have any interesting stories or moments that stick out to you from playing trivia that were just a little like ridiculous, either answers or?
No, I was gonna say.
No, that wasn't ridiculous.
No, it was though. We were like dead last. Like, no, we weren't dead last. We were like near last.
Yep.
And this girl in the very end, like,
I
got
was the
one of the
only one
bonuses.
that got Rihanna right.
Yeah, and it was like that Rihanna had like some. I don't even know what
Something
the album
about
was.
her album. What was it called? Or like, whose album is this?
It was your
Okay.
music round though,
Yep.
but we got like it was the speed, whatever. So we had gotten to like whatever third or first place, and we never lost it in the last round. And then we won like $20 to Rumbleseat. That was kind of cool.
That's kind of awesome. Those are my favorite sort of wins. You know, when somebody can take it like that. That's awesome. That's great.
But what about my birthday when you just like showed up with a question about me? That was a good one.
That was a great one too. That was a
I
blast.
didn't expect that shit.
That was it Lindsay, did you message me about
no,
that?
it was Autumn. It was our friend
Oh,
Autumn.
that's
Autumn's
right.
like into like stupid shit like that. Lindsay was definitely just like, yeah, we're gonna just drink mango last and like have a good time.
Yep.
And I would have been fine with that.
That's
Autumn's
right.
like, let's take it to the next level. Let's put her photo on a question and ask when she was born.
You should know that there's only a handful of people who have asked me to do that. I'm always happy to do it, but it always makes for a great moment. Like my daughter was one of them when on her 20th birthday. She came to trivia with her girlfriend, a bunch of other friends, and they come rolling in, and her girlfriend had messaged me and she goes, "Can you do a question for Chloe?" I was like, "I've already done it." It's already come on down.
I'm already on it.
Yeah,
So yeah.
it was pretty good. It was pretty good. All right, let's go to our next question right here. Question number 6, more multiple choice. We love multiple choice here. What is the name of the NASA helicopter drone that operated on the surface of Mars from April of 2021 to January of 2024? Is it A, Insight, B, Intuition, C, Innovation, or D, Ingenuity? What's the name of that NASA helicopter drone?
I thought his name was Herbert. Herbert, like Herbie. I thought it was a real name.
I love this. 4 of you got it right. Is it 4? 3 of you got it right. It's D. It's Ingenuity. Ingenuity.
Yeah.
And the fastest fingers with that one.
Swamp Tits. Woo!
Swamp Tits.
I like that you protected your Julita.
Nice job, Swamp Tits. 5 points right there. 4 points to Swamp Ass and Swamp Sarah. Question number 7. This one's about social media.
Oh, shit.
Multiple choice. The social media service Blue Sky is modeled on and inspired by which other platform? Is it A, TikTok, B, Facebook, C, Snapchat, or D, X?
10.
The social media service Blue Sky is modeled on and inspired by which other platform?
Check the speed.
It's like the Trumpers, isn't it?
It totally is. 2 of you got it right. D, it's X. It's X.
You know I said that.
Fast fingers and the bonus. Swamp Tits.
Oh, we'll be at the same table.
I love that the screen lights up and it says Swamp Tits, and then there's this nice like masterpiece theater music playing for the buzzer sound. It's great. Oh, let's see what we got next. Question number 8. This one is a number response. Don't forget your enter buttons here, but I'm looking for a year, so it's going to be 4 digits. What was the year that the following things happened? Captain Corelli's Mandolin was in theaters. Singer Joey Ramone passed away, and the iPod was released. What was the year that saw the release of the iPod, the deletion of Joey Ramone, and also Captain Corelli's Mandolin was in theaters?
I had iPods before we were born.
This is amazing right here. One team got it right. The correct answer, 2001. 2001, the fastest one.
Dixie Norman? That's the first one. That's the crazy one.
Dixie
I can't believe
Normus.
you got it.
Nice job, Dixie. Great. We got 2 questions before we change things up and we add a little bit of risk to the game. I'm going to skip this question. I don't like this question. We're going to go to this one. Oh, this is good. Picture question. Category is music. Take a look at the picture. All right. From the set list on that image, name the band. What is the band that would perform those songs right there? What is the band that would perform those songs? First letter answer.
5.
Well, I guess you guys are right.
Nobody got this one right.
I thought it was Imagine Dragons.
It's Pink Floyd. Wow.
I saw Learning to Fly.
All right. So I don't ever have the opportunity to do this. I don't ever have the opportunity to do this, and I've always wanted to, in these questions specifically. So we already heard from Swamp Ass that she thought it was Imagine Dragons. Swamp Sarah, you put C. What did you think it was?
I didn't know.
All right, fair enough.
That is some honest shit right there. I appreciate that.
Sometimes you got to... Now, we had Swamp Tits and Hang Dangle each put F. What were you guys thinking?
Foo Fighters.
Wait, that's what you thought. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I just saw Learning to Fly. Yeah.
I wish you guys had the same.
I should have read more.
Like that.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, you're right. They both have songs called Learning to Fly.
We were trying to fast pass it.
Fair enough. What about Dixie Normus? You've got E. What were you thinking?
It's a shot in the dark, honestly.
Fair enough. You know, that's the beauty about this game. Sometimes that's all you got to do is just take a shot in the dark. All right, so
26 chance.
Let's go ahead and do this. This is our first sequence question, and it's going to be the last question of round number 1. So I'm going to send you guys a list of words, okay? And I want you to put these words in the order that they first appear in the lyrics to the Zooton song Valerie that was famously covered by Amy Winehouse and Mark Ronson.
Okay. Here's the list. All right. And I'm going to wait till we see a couple of guesses before I start the timer. Put these words in the order that they first appear. There we go. To Valerie, that was famously covered by Amy Winehouse and Mark Ronson. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Reading this question made me realize that this was a cover song. I didn't realize that. The correct order is Sometimes I Go Out By Myself. Yep, it's true. Yeah, we'll be at the same table again.
And the fastest fingers in the
Wait,
bonus.
you guys are definitely married. You guys are married.
Swamp Tits.
Yeah.
Swamp Tits
and that's
with
why
the
me and
fast
Swamp
fingers.
Tits are married.
It's true. 5 points right there. 4 points there for Dixie Normus and Swamp Ass. You guys did great. That was a fantastic round right there. How do I end this? Oh, here we go. There's this end button. You guys did great. You did absolutely fantastic. Now, before we start this next round here, which things get a little bit dicey, it gets a little bit crazy. Let's get this question. Now, have you guys only ever played with me at Rumbleseat, or have you played elsewhere?
I think only Rumble.
I thought
yeah,
so
only
too.
Rumble.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It
only
was
Rumble.
like July, it was like the 4th of July last year.
Yeah.
Her friend Shannon, like Lindsay's friend Shannon asked us to go like randomly, and we were like, yeah, why not? We have the day off, so we went, and then yeah.
And that was it. And then we took a little bit of a break after you had to do Drinko with your favorite beer, which again, I don't think I'll ever live that down.
I don't think I'll ever drink that again.
That's what I'm saying. I feel awful.
Yeah. It was Mango Lassie.
Mango Lassie.
Because it was beer.
It's
and
Mighty
then it
Squirrel,
was
right?
milk.
Yeah.
And then it was bartender's choice. And that's the thing. Chris, his bartender's choice was Jaeger.
Yep.
And then they didn't have milk, so they put Bailey's. And he didn't tell me until after I drank it, because I was like, this is going to be gross anyways. So I just chugged it. The straw.
I'll give you credit. You put like bottom of the glass to the ceiling and you just slammed that drink.
Well, I thought I didn't. At first I was like, do I only have 5 seconds? I don't know. And they're like, no, the whole break. I'm like, absolutely not. I'm not savoring this drink. This is disgusting.
There's a lot of
and
people
it would have curdled.
Oh yeah, they make that mistake, and the Baileys would have been bad. Oh yeah. And Mango Lassie is a great beer. It really is a shame. Maybe
it is. We went to Boston and got it on draft. I got the small one. Lindsay got the big one, and she was regretting her fucking life.
Really?
And it's not their fault. It's such a good beer. It's just
it's out of this world.
We ruined it.
Worse in the bushes, I fear, because that was the night she also drank Mango Lassie. Was the night in the bushes. That wasn't a trivia night. No worries.
No. That's but we laid out the foundation. I think that's what's important.
We did.
So let's go ahead and do this, guys. We got 10 questions here, and same sort of play style as far as keypads go. The difference here is that these questions are worth 6 points now. There is I'm gonna make it only a 1 point bonus for the speed bonus, just like before. So now you can get a maximum of 7 points. The difference is that this portion of the game is played in evil mode. So if you answer correctly, you'll earn 6 points. If you answer incorrectly, you'll lose 6 points.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
If you decide that you don't know and it's not worth it to risk it for the biscuit, all you have to do is avoid answering and your points will be safe. And just to go through the points right now, we've got Hang Dangle at 9. We've got Dixie Normus at 13. We've got Swamp Sarah at 21. 23 to Swamp Tits in second. In first place is Swamp Ass at 31 points.
Damn.
Yeah, eat my fucking ass, bitches.
So
with the swamp included.
All the swamp.
You're dead last, buddy.
Yeah, good luck, bitch.
What this really means is that Swamp Ass has the ability to take some risks here, a little bit more risks. But we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and do it. So question number 1, the category here is history. Which of these countries did not get invaded by Nazi Germany? A, Poland, B, the Netherlands, C, Belgium, or D, Spain? Which one did not get invaded by Nazi Germany? Now, you don't have to answer if you don't know. Keep that in mind. But if you got a good feeling about it, you can go for it.
Oh yeah, you can only pick it once.
So we have 4 answers that came in. 2 of them were correct. The correct answer is D. It is Spain. Spain, Spain remained neutral during the Second World War. The fastest correct answer in the bonus.
Wow. Dixie Enormous.
Dixie Enormous, but I will say the biggest pot stirring right here is that Swamp Tits has stolen first place with a 4-point lead.
She keeps covering her Julita. I just want to give you a high five. Oh my God.
All right, next question. Let's check this out. What was the year that Queen Beatrix abdicated as Queen of the Netherlands, Albert II abdicated as King of the Belgians, and Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani abdicated as Emir of Qatar? Was it A, in 1983, B, 93, C, 2003, or D, 2013?
Bobby, what the fuck?
You guys know how I do this. These are at random. You don't have to answer if you're a little concerned. You don't have to answer. So we got one correct answer here. It's D. It's 2013. It's 2013 and the fastest one.
Go ahead,
Hang dangle right there, making it happen.
Go dangle your hang, baby.
Go dangle your hang. Interesting side note. My fishing podcast, Jigs and Bigs, was like a split second away from being called
Danglecast.
Dangle cat.
I think I made the right move.
Yeah, Jigs and Bigs is better than
I think so.
Cat.
I think so. So next question. This is a category that hits home here. A guy named Joe Spud Murphy is widely accredited with being the with creating the first ever flavored potato chip. It was back in the 1950s. What country was Joe Spud Murphy from? A, Scotland, B, the United States, C, Australia, or D, Ireland? A guy named Joe Spud Murphy is widely accredited with creating the first flavored potato chip.
Yeah, in the 50s, they didn't emigrate yet.
It was in the 50s, too. If you got it right, D, he was Irish. Nice job, D. He was from
Yeah,
Ireland.
they didn't emigrate yet.
The fastest fingers in the bonus.
Yeah, see? My ass is swamp.
Swamp ass right there. 7 points. You got 6 points for Swamp Sarah. Swamp Sarah
I
in
guess it
second place
does
right
pay
now.
off to have a grandma who emigrated and shit. Because they didn't do it yet.
Fair enough.
How would I know?
Oh, yours came from Canada.
We have another. This might help. This might be a good thing if you've got connections to Canada. The category here is music. A sequence question.
Is it Celine?
Tap these words in order the way they first appear in the Celine Dion song "My Heart Will Go On."
Wait, what is that?
Tap these words in order the way they first appear in the Celine Dion song "My Heart Will Go On."
Fuck, I have to sing it in my head, and that's going to take too long.
Everybody's got to say. I'm going to wait for 2 guesses before I hit the timer here. Bobby Roast Beef is many things, but Bobby Roast Beef is certainly not
A monster.
Did you get it?
One more guess. There we go. I'm king of the world.
I'm king of the world.
Yeah, but it's not all the. Yeah, it's missing words. That's why it was fucking me up.
Is it?
It is. Yeah, it is missing words. You got to work around it. How do we do? 4 of you got it right. Everybody that put an answer in, it's every night my dreams see feel. The line is every night in my dreams I see you, I feel you. The fastest fingies in the bonus.
That's what I was doing. Swamp Sarah! She loves Celine.
Swamp Sarah right there. Nice job.
One.
Now, Swamp
Great job,
Sarah is only 4 points out from tying it up with first place Swamp Ass.
Fuck yeah, bitch.
Just to stir the pot a little bit. Next question here. Image on the way. God, I love this. I love this
Listen,
so
if
much.
you win, I'm definitely calling out tomorrow.
It's a picture question. Known for his songs Dirt Man and Harder to Kill, who is this comedy musician in the picture? First letter, first name. Known for his songs Dirt Man and Harder to Kill, who is this comedy musician?
I probably should know.
John Mayer's dad. Is that John Mayer's father?
John Mayer's father. That is magical. Nobody got it right. That is a guy named Carter Vale.
Yeah, he does look like a
Carter Vale right there. And his song Dirt Man was actually used in a lot of different TikToks and memes and stuff. Only one team lost some points for that one. That's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Sorry, Swamp Tits, was it?
It was. It was.
Yeah, 'cause I guessed. I shouldn't have.
All right. Question number 6. Over which letter in the word jalapeno does the little squiggly line normally appear?
10.
On which letter in the word jalapeno
5.
does the squiggly little sign normally appear?
Yeah, Enya.
There we go. 5 of you got it right. The correct letter is N. Nice job. Everybody got this one. Everybody likes it.
Spicy, the fastest fingers.
You already know it's me, baby.
Swamp ass right there. I'll tell you what, this is a really close game. Like it's a 36-point spread. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Well,
You hear that, Corey?
All right. Question number 7 here. We have 4 questions to go before our final bonus question that's going to be worth 30 bonus points, which could ultimately, by that point, could make the game. Although it's officially known as Krung Thep Maha Nakhon in its homeland, by what name is the capital city of Thailand commonly known as in English? Although it's officially known as Krung Thep Maha Nakhon in its homeland, by what name is the capital city of Thailand commonly known in English?
Is it Peru? Like, I don't know.
Peru is a
2 of you got it right. The correct answer is B. It is Bangkok.
Oh, you dirty fuck.
Passage to Bangkok. The fastest fingers.
Bangkok by Dixie Norman.
Yeah, that's
Do I find it ironic?
Wow, that's a sentence to say, right?
Right?
Talk by Dixie Normus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do I think it's a little ironic? No, I don't think it's ironic at all. I think it's destiny, to be perfectly honest. Hang Dangle there. Hang Dangle following up, though, with 6 points. Not too shabby.
I'm glad it was the 2 men at the table.
As it should be. As it should be. Okay.
Yep, banging cocks.
Although he was cleared to resume his career a few months later, what was the name, first letter, first name, of the Buffalo Bills safety that suffered a cardiac arrest on the field of play in January of 2023? I was actually hosting trivia when that happened.
5.
Although he was cleared to resume his career a few months later, what was the name of the Buffalo Bills safety that suffered a cardiac arrest? 5? Did we get 5? All 5 of you got it. Damar Hamlin right there.
Yeah! Watching that? You know, as women, we empathize, so we remember things like that.
Fair. That's true. You're much more empathetic than I was. Swamp Tits.
Fuck you.
Swamp Tits with the fist.
yes.
I love that.
I
Now,
wish you could see her fist pumping right now.
oh, I'm sure that's what you guys should just have your camera on. That would be because the level of excitement I'm sure is absolutely nuts. 7 points to Swamp Tits.
No, we look crazy. There's no shot.
There's no worries. No worries.
Yeah, okay, Dixie Normus.
Oh, this is good. Pop culture question, a picture for everybody. What is the title of this 2024 Christmas movie?
Oh, fuck, you know I'm going to know it.
What is the title of this 2024 Christmas movie?
Oh, God, I don't know this shit.
10 seconds. Oh, there we go. Yup.
No, I don't know that one. I just put an A. I don't even know why. I didn't have to.
Yeah, you didn't have to.
Yeah, you definitely don't have to. That's gonna be messy. 2 correct scores here. The correct answer is R. It's red one. The fastest one in the bonus.
Like, it's not even funny. Like, absolutely. I put the scale of both. Hang Dangle and Dixie Normus. Enjoy yourselves.
Hang Dangle is just killing it. Swamp Sarah has stolen first place.
Oh shit, Swamp Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because her and Hang Dangle watched it together.
Only by a point. No, Swamp Sarah didn't put an answer in. She stole first place passively. Passively.
God damn it. I shouldn't have done it.
Final question.
It was the tequila.
It's always the tequila.
No, it's usually the mango last.
Final question of this round before our last bonus opportunity. Put this list of words in order to make the title of an annual television event. Put these words in order to make the title of an annual television event. We've got 2 guesses. One more guess is going to start the timer, and there we go. Again, if you don't know, you don't need to answer. We've got answers going all over the place right here. And we have a very, very... Oh, somebody's got to have it right. Anybody get it right? Nobody got it right.
Dick Rockin'.
Oh, it's Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. It's like the worst name for a television show ever.
Rockin' Eve?
You guys did so good.
Honestly, what's rocking in this table right now? Don't piss me off.
You guys did so unbelievably good. Let's take a look at the current scores, all right? Scores like this. Dixie Normus at 27 points. We got Swamp Tits at 30, an even 30. Hang Dangle in third place at 35.
Oh, we'll beat your ass, don't worry.
We got Swamp Ass at 39 points. And then 40 points right there for Swamp Sarah, currently in first. Excellent job.
I had 9 points. That was dead last.
You didn't have 9.
That is
You did,
impressive.
but he did at the beginning.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm going to just throw this little tidbit out here that this final question is for the game. This final question is for the game.
It's gonna be like, when did Thomas Jefferson make it to the United States or something? And I don't know what that is. I don't know what answer.
Category's music. Take a look at this picture, okay?
Taylor fucking Swift, isn't it?
It is not Taylor Swift. It is not Taylor Swift. This in the image is that is Adele. That's Adele in the picture. The question is this, and the team who gives me the number closest to the correct answer, even if they go over, fastest is ultimately going to get these points. So whatever, don't worry, you can't lose any points. Just take a guess. All you have to be is closest. The question is this. In days, how old was this singer-songwriter, Adele, when she achieved her first #1 single in the UK? How old was she in days when she achieved that? 10 seconds. Take your best guess. How many days old was Adele when she achieved her first #1 single in the UK?
I'm not showing you guys. Oh.
The correct answer is 8,332 days. Adele was born May the 5th of 1988. Someone like you went to #1 on February the 26th of 2011, and the team who submitted the closest to the correct answer of 6,500.
Was it you? Oh my God! Go away.
He entered the chat with a confidence level unseen by anybody else in the room, and managed to take it. So our top scores, our winner, our final scoreboard for this show, we've got Swamp Tits at 30 points right there. Mother effer indeed. Swamp Tits. Lindsay, I think Lindsay, we need to have you back on just as a redemption against another team. I think we need to have you go head to head against another team, or you know what? Actually, maybe we'll get 2 girls, 1 cuck to go head to head against a team of your choice.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, we can get our cuck back. That's for sure.
You know, maybe we do that because that could be very interesting. We got Hang Dangle at 35 points. Not too bad. 4th out of 5, not too bad. We got Swamp Ass at 39 points right there. Swamp Ass. And then, you know, I would say probably the team that talked the least amount of shit in this entire process. Swamp Sarah in 2nd place.
That's good.
That's impressive. And then, like I said, with the level of confidence that I'm going to save for myself, Dixie Normus at 30-point bonus at the end did it. 57 points taking the dub.
Yeah, exactly. You got 1 question right, like a He knows the years. We don't know years.
That's exactly what it is. You know years. You don't know days.
365 days in a year.
Like 3, 6,
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, and I couldn't figure it out, so I just gave up because the freaking timer was going on.
You guys did.
I was gonna put 10,000 at first, and I was like,
you would have nailed it.
no, I wouldn't have.
No, yeah, you would have been just
No,
you would have just missed it.
Yeah, you were so close.
Yeah, 10,000, you would have just missed it. But thank you so much, guys, for being part of this. This was awesome. I'd love to have you on again if you want to do like a rematch and choose a team or anything. And I do. I think that we get 2 girls, 1 cuck to go up against, maybe one of the Rumbleseat regulars that were in there. Maybe like a Cuban 185ers or something like that. That could be fun.
Yeah, definitely not. What was the other one? You know, the ones that were at that table with the glasses and the water bottle?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Shit, what was their team name? They haven't played in a hot minute. Although, like...
They used to get them all right, like, and they would always be fucking first.
2 of the couples, they had kids, and, like, yeah, it's hard to do trivia when you've got young kids.
They were
like
very
that.
smart. So.
Yeah, they were clever. Very, very clever. What the hell was their team name? Oh, Charcuteries. Charcuteries. That's what it was.
Every time Charcuteries walked in, you were like, fuck, great.
Yeah.
But hey,
awesome stuff. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for doing this. We're going to throw back to the regular podcast right now, and we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, we're back. It's Host Corner. This is where I'm talking to my brethren, my family, the speed quizzing host out there. Or maybe you're an aspiring host. You should reach out. Get in touch with Bobby Roast Beef on either all my socials, or you can contact me via speed quizzing. Just go to speedquizzingusa.com and you will find the phone number. Actually, I'm going to put the phone number right down here. You can reach out about speed quizzing. We can get you all set up. If you're looking to host this game, that's a reality for you. But let's talk hosts. Fellow speed quizzing hosts, hell, fellow trivia hosts in general, regardless if you use this platform or not. How many times have you been hosting your event at a bar, a restaurant, maybe it was a corporate event, any type of event, and either in between rounds or maybe at the end of the game as you're packing up or handing out the prizes, somebody, and this person may or may not have even played the game, weighs in on one of your questions. It says something like, hey, there was a problem with that question. It was this. And I'll give you an example. Last night I was packing up, first game of 2025. What a way to just put the cherry on top of the first game of the new year. I have this one guy come over who, for the record, did not even play the game, but sat there and listened, that's perfectly fine. Enjoy the show. That's what I say. Just don't interrupt. This guy comes over to me and he approaches me and he says, bud, that last question about the evergreens, that was wrong. And to clarify, the question was, what are the types of trees who are the only ones whose leaves never fall off in the cold? And the answer was evergreens. And he said, that question is messed up because evergreens don't have leaves. They have needles. To which I said, do they fall off at all? Do they ever lose them? And he goes, no. I was like, okay, I think that about does it. I said, regardless, if you want to split hairs, the needles on an evergreen tree are essentially doing the job of what a leaf would do on any other tree. Essentially, it's the same part. It's not like the needles are the root system or the bark or the seeds. Nope, they're not. They're doing the job of whatever the leaf would be doing. So, again, I'm just curious how you guys would handle this, or how you have handled this in the past. So if you're a speed quizzing host, or somebody who just has an opinion, go ahead and leave a comment in here, because I'm interested to know what you guys think, how you would handle something like this. Like, lots of times, I've heard people say that
like in the game, it's a little bit different. In the game, they're heckling. You know what I mean? It's a little bit of a different animal. So, like, I feel like for myself, I will go a little bit lighter and just I'll say, I'll argue the point, or sometimes I'll be like, I guess you got me, and then that's it. Because I really don't care. I don't make that kind of an investment about it. But there are some folks that will dial in, and maybe it's a different question on the tiniest detail that doesn't change much of the question enough to make it an issue, but they gotta nitpick for one reason or another. They just sort of need to be an asshole, really, is what it gets down to. The answer that I've used in the past, sometimes, especially when it's somebody who hasn't played, I'll be like, well, were you playing? And they'll be like, no. I'll be like, then I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. Good on you. There's a lot of ways to handle it. And I kind of just want to know what you guys think. So go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think, because this kind of stuff is, it's part of hosting a quiz game of any kind, pen and paper, electronic of any sort, speed quizzing, whatever it is. You're going to run into these kind of people. Even worse are the ones that mishear a question and get it wrong. Those are the ones I have the most fun with. Those are the ones I've actually gone in the past and opened the software back up to say, hold on, read this. And then and sometimes they're just so bullheaded about it that they'll argue that, like, that's not what you said. And I'm like, that's exactly what I read, because I don't know these questions in advance. Like, this is what I read. What's on the screen is what you get. So anyway, I figured I would just ask you guys and see what you all thought. So go ahead, leave a comment here. What do you think about those folks that just got to open their yap, and they're not interrupting the game, especially. Oh man, if they're interrupting the game, they can fuck right off. But just when they're just like, hey, I know a little something here. Because people are dumb. They're dumb. They don't think things through a lot of the time. Yeah, they oftentimes will open their mouth before, and I'm guilty of it too. Everybody is. It's just, that's the human experience, guys. We're not as smart as we think we are. But let's go ahead. We'll wrap this show up for you. I hope you guys had a great one. Remember, again, you can go to BobbyRoastBeef.com to figure out all of my schedule and come on out and play some of these games. Try them out yourself. If you have an event coming up, I'd love to entertain for you guys. BobbyRoastBeef.com. You can actually check my availability right on the website right there. Just check availability, and it'll bring you to a site. You put your event date information in. It'll send me an email immediately, and then I can get back to you. It'll tell you right away if I'm available or not. And if I'm available, I can get back to you and talk about options and things and figure out what your needs are for the type of event you're having. Remember, these are all events. So it could be a small birthday get together. It could be a corporate event. It could be a school event. It could be some kind of a team building event, something like that. And it's especially when it comes to speed quizzing packages, there are lots and lots of different options. So get in touch with me. I'd love to entertain for you. Have a great one, everybody. We will see you guys next time with more of the 10-second podcast goodness. Have yourselves a great 2025 and keep those resolutions, at least until like 2 weeks in. You got to make it look good.